Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. This is the case of the Idaho quadruple murders. This is for entertainment purpose only. May the correct justice be served, and condolence to the family. This picture was deleted off VITO. That's where Dylan took most of the pictures. You can see somebody with a mask. It was said it was Dylan that night. And she does have a pink mask. She's been seen in many pictures with a pink mask. So I find this to be interesting.
Hi, Heather Roberts with ABC News. Just to follow up on what she asked, so the other two roommates were there at the time of the attack?
All the information we have from our investigation is that yes, they were.
Okay, but they were unhurt.
That's correct.
So is there any explanation as to why it took so long then for someone to call 911? You have surviving witnesses to an incident at 3 or 4 in the morning, and the 911 call didn't come until noon?
I don't think I ever said that they were witnesses. I said they were there. So, we don't know why that call came in at noon and not in the middle of the night. Would have we loved for that to have happened? Yes, but that's not how it took place. So that's why we're investigating everything still to try to pull all the pieces together.
Were they one of the people, were they the 911 caller?
At this point in time, I'm not going to divulge who our 911 caller is, just because I want to keep the integrity of the investigation at this point, okay?
Okay, and last question, are you able to tell whether the same weapon was used on all 4 victims?
That's why we're having the autopsies done. The autopsy will confirm that and hopefully collect some evidence for us, even from those. That's why you do the autopsies, is to try to be thorough and try to gather more. So we'll leave that would probably be something that would come out later.
Elaborating a bit more on those 2 people. Was it 2 people? What have those people shared about the circumstances of that night, what they saw or didn't see?
Well, I'm not going to go into what they shared that night. Obviously, that's part of our investigation. That's part of the information that we're trying to build our complete story with. So, as far as that goes, we're not going to go any further into what they know, what they don't know.
How many were there?
We believe 2.
Ted Williams, Fox News. You all have said that these killings are targeted. Can you share with us why you believe they are targeted killings? And do you know who, if any of the victims, were the actual targets of the killings?
As we stated earlier in the previous press release, or press conference, we believe they're targeted because we take a totality of all the circumstances that we're looking at. Do we know any one person that it was targeted? We're not able to say at this point in time due to our investigation, but we still believe that. But like I said, we take a totality of everything that we're looking at.
Just wanted to jump on this and make a video real quick and kind of just watch some stuff that I've been seeing. So first and foremost, I feel super awkward that I even have to make this video, but I've been not really keeping track of all of the stuff that's going on with this investigation for those girls that were killed. And to start off, the very next day when they had announced the murders and when they had shown the photos, as soon as I saw the photos, I messaged the 2 people that were in that video that I was talking to, my neighbor and then another guy that we had met earlier that night who I thought was really cool. And we invited him to come with us to Grub Bus. I was like, hey, weren't 2 of these girls at the Grub Bus with us last night? And they couldn't remember, but they were also very drunk, and I was not. So there's a drink called a Larry Craig. That's a really popular drink over here. I did have one of those at Corner Club, but I mean, other than that, I was totally sober. When they confirmed that those were the girls, the only reason I knew that it was those girls was the video that said, oh, they were seen at this thing. Because I actually called the police right away and was like, hey, I think I might have information. I just need to know, like, what was one of the girls wearing? Because I remember one of them had, like, pink, because the one that bumped into me at Corner Club was wearing pink. But nobody called me back from the police, and I was like, okay, they're probably just swamped with information, probably whatever. But then when the video came out and people were like, no, those were the girls, and those two people were like, dude, those were the girls, I was like, okay, I'm going to physically go to the police station and talk to the police. I told the police everything I saw, which is different than what I think is going out there right now. And I was just waiting for food. I'm just like everybody else in town that waits for food at the grub bus. It does take a while. Everybody goes there. And so that was kind of the thing. It was like, no, if you're ending the night, you end it at grub bus. But other than that, I don't really have any like crazy information. I don't know why everybody's reaching out to me. I don't know why so many people are trying to spin things around. And so what I've decided to do is that I'm only commenting on things that are like ridiculous, so try and give clarity. But man, people are really turning this into something it's not. Sorry, I had to do this in two parts because there's a lot. And I'm also shivering. It's cold. I'm in my truck. Yeah. So I want to address a few things specifically. One being the news article that came out was the first person that I actually like talked to with the news media. A lot of media outlets have reached out to me, and I've just ignored them because I just was like, man, I just was waiting for food. Like, I have nothing to add. I've given all the helpful information I can to the police. It would make zero sense for me to give any more information to random people. But these rumors that are going around were just like crazy, and I didn't have a bad vibe from the guy that people were dragging through the mud. I don't know if he did it or not. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I could speak to the vibe I got from him, which was all people really wanted to know at first anyways, and I thought he was fine. Now, the news outlet that I talked to, I mean, he really embellished some stuff I said and added his own words to things and kind of changed the verbiage. I wasn't defending anybody. That's one thing he said. I wasn't defending him. I was just saying people need to stop spreading rumors because that could ruin his life. What if he's innocent? It would ruin his life. The other thing he said is that I noticed him come in with the girls. I didn't notice him come in with the girls. I didn't notice him till I cracked the joke to the frat guys because I thought it was ridiculous that it was like freezing outside and that guy was in a tank top. So I just made a joke because that's how I make friends. I don't know. But that's when the guy chimed in and I noticed him. I didn't notice him until that moment. When I was at Corner Club, when I said ew, some people were like, "What? That's such a weird thing to say. Why would I?" That's what you say when you're standing talking to friends and somebody really drunk, like they smell drunk, they're like bouncing around, and they bump into you and like rub up against you. Like that's it's gross. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but she was really, I mean, you can even see in the Grub Bus video, she walked between us several times and just couldn't even walk straight. That girl was very drunk. She's actually the only one that I thought was really drunk. And she was the only one I noticed at Corner Club because she had bumped into me.
I find all this to be very interesting. VITO is actually a staff member in the Idaho Moscow University. He works as a career advisor in the economic department. Is this how you talk about your students or students of the university you work in? He clearly remembers Maddie from the Corner Club. He bumped into her there. We saw him bumping into her in the grub truck too. Even if she was intoxicated, she's a young girl. Why would you keep on laughing at her and say this? She smelled drunk, she looked drunk. Isn't that rude? And what was the police doing? Why did he have to go there? Why didn't the police contact him? How could he not remember the color of the car? The grub truck is literally on the street. He was sober, they were drunk. Why was Maddie drunk, Joe? Was a roofie put in a drink? Did number 9 put something in her mouth allegedly? I'm just saying. What was happening in the grub truck? Why did you have the Coca-Cola can? Why were you playing with your thumb? Why did you speak on your wrist, on your Apple Watch, as soon as the girls came? What was going on exactly? Just asking. I'm not accusing you of anything, but something's not right. You know more than you're saying. You said you were having a joke with the Sigma Chi boys, with the fraternity boys, about the guy who was wearing the shorts and the sleeveless t-shirt in the cold winter. So you know them well.
I mean, it was a little funny, but they were trying to grab all the food that was coming out. And when I went up and I talked to the guy at the grub bus, I said, "Did you just give them food?" Because he just said, "Here you go," like that, and gave them food, and then they ran off. I actually told the grub bus, I was like, "That was really nice of you." He's like, "Yeah, they just need to, they need to get home." And I was like, "Yeah, they were trying to climb into the grub bus." So, I mean, very drunk. And then, honestly, as soon as they called my number, I told the guy, I said, "They're leaving, bro." And then, because they called my number, all I could think about was pasta. I couldn't think about anything else other than just eating macaroni and cheese. And that was it. I didn't give any other thoughts. I didn't think anything else about it. Yeah. Some people have said that, like, I've seen some people say, like, "Oh, I think it's suspicious how much Joe remembers." I'm an adult. Like, as soon as I realized that those were the girls that we saw there, I tried my best to remember everything and recount it from that night because I knew that it would help in the investigation. Some people said, "Oh, Joe might have been the suspect." Dude, I have cameras in my house. I literally have the time I walked in my house. The girls were still alive at that point. And I have the can of soda that I had in my video, have it in my hands, walking into my house.
Isn't it strange that VITO said that people have said I'm a suspect, and guys, he said, I have cameras literally showing that I entered the house and the girls were still alive. How would he know what time the girls died? This was the first couple of days. Think about that, guys. Or am I misunderstanding? Let me know.
People said, "Oh, Joe might have been the suspect." Dude, I have cameras in my house. I literally have the time I walked in my house. The girls were still alive at that point. And I have the can of soda that I had in my video, have it in my hands, walking into my house. So, yeah, it wasn't me, I promise.
He said that he had the soda can, the Coca-Cola can, in his hand when he walked in. Why did he need to say that? And he said he was eating his macaroni and cheese, but he ordered taco. I remember that clearly. He said that Katie and Maddie did not pay for the food, but he's lying. You could clearly see that Katie paid with a card, a credit card, a Visa card, on a phone device. So why would he lie about that? He was talking on his Apple Watch when the girls entered. He mentions the soda can now. He was at the corner club. It looked like they all were surveilling the girls. Just saying, allegedly.
What is wrong with you? That's such a disgusting thing to think. Like, who would be excited about this? I've literally ignored everybody. Like, everybody. The only reason I even answered the Daily Mail guy at first is because he showed up to my friend's house. Like, physically showed up to my friend's house, trying to find me or trying to get information about me. Crazy. And, yeah, I just wanted to help. You know, a part of me too felt guilty because
your
I
staff.
was laughing. I kind of laughed at the girls, watching them be drunk because, I mean, let's be honest, anybody that lives here, the whole reason that the Grub Bus has a Twitch stream is because the people, I call them zombies, but just kind of like, because they're just people come from all walks throughout the night. A lot of drunk people come there after they've finished their night drinking to load up on carbs, eat food. Police come there that are working late. They come get their food. They just park right behind the bus. People like me come there who just want pasta in the middle of the night. Yeah, it's all walks of life, all people. But it makes for an interesting crowd pretty late. And so they always live stream it. That's the reason they live stream it. So that camera footage that you guys are seeing, that looks like surveillance, it's not surveillance. It's a live stream for Twitch, for the Grub Bus. One thing
Imagine Joe VITO is supposed to be a father, he said, of a 3-year-old daughter that he adores and loves. And the most important thing is he's supposed to be a staff member in the university. And he's calling it a zombie place and zombie people. And he said, of course you have to laugh at drunk people. These are young girls that he's supposed to be a career advisor for.
I have a little girl, and I mean she's a baby. She's like not even 2 yet, and there's a dad out there that these girls that they're his world, and they're gone. So, and I just felt kind of guilty because instead of helping them when they were drunk, they were entertainment. While I was waiting for food, they were just the entertainment. They were just the drunk people that everybody laughs at, And it's sad, and some people think that's disrespectful. I mean, it was what was happening. They were drunk. They were out there drunk like that. And one of my toxic traits is that I take on the weight of everything that's going on around me.
He's not even taking accountability. He's excusing his bad actions by saying that it's all right, they were drunk. I'm shocked that he's a staff member. Why were you surveilling the girls, Jack Jovito, you and Jack Showalter, and the whole grub truck between 3:40 in the grub truck timeline, 3:44 when the girls walk in? I wonder if the cops took a DNA of him, number 9, number 8, example, David Lodge, the girl Kaylee hugged her friend, Aiden, the guy with little clothes on. Obviously, the question I'm asking is right, because there are 3 unidentified male DNAs. Somebody could have done this and gone to the grub truck like nothing happened, or done it after the grub truck just to get an alibi. Do you remember the manager was joking in the live stream? And he said, Joe will be very proud that you did well tonight. I wonder if he and the manager are good friends. He looks like he runs the grub truck. You can see his soda can was flashing everywhere. And that's what everyone notices and says. And he himself mentions that he had his soda can with him. He's an important witness because he was in the corner club. Let's not forget that. Joe knows everything that happened that night. They were playing Careless Whisper of a Good Friend, a song about betrayal. The grub truck manager was saying people have fallen. Was that Xana and E that have fallen? There's a lot of strange things going on in the grub truck. This man is supposed to be a staff member, a teacher.
One of my toxic traits is that I take on the weight of everything that's going on around me, both personally or just even with friends and stuff. And so any of my friends that know me, they reached out to me pretty much right away because they knew that this was going to be eating me up. And it has. And I haven't been following what people have been saying until just recently. You know, somebody sent me a TikTok video that had the most ridiculous things on it, and I tried to set those straight, and apparently it fueled more Reddit BS and more rumors. I don't understand how people are making this into an entertainment thing. Like, I live here. My friends are scared to walk to their cars. I'm a big guy. I'm strong. I don't feel super safe going outside alone at night either. I just hope people realize that there's real people that are affected by this stuff, you know. And that, sorry, I put my hood on. It's really cold. Like, there's snow outside. But at the end of the day, I mean, I feel like people need to stop trying to reach out to me to get statements. There's so many other people that know more about what's going on than I do. I just happen to be getting macaroni and cheese at the same time as them. And other than like those couple minutes there, I can't really speak to anything else. And people need to stop dragging whoever through the mud, especially if you don't live here and you don't know anybody, you don't know what's going on really. Like, this isn't funny and it's not entertaining. And I believe that Moscow Police Department is doing a really good job in trying to kind of just do damage control. But, like, let's be honest, the FBI is, like, on it. You know, I would be surprised if they have a really good idea of who it is. They're just waiting for evidence, you know? They're just waiting for evidence, you know? Evidence to just make it concrete, you know? Because one of the worst things that can happen, you guys, is if they catch the murderer and they arrest them, bring them in, and then they have weak or refutable evidence, and that person walks. Think about that. You know, so ease up. Don't be jerks to the police, you know? They're literally like, they don't want to give information out because this is like a really tight investigation, but they know things. I don't understand why they didn't, I will say my one critique, I don't know why they didn't put out right away that a car picked up the girls and was waiting for them in front of the grub bus. It took them way too long to do that, and there was a lot of rumors going around saying that the girls ran away from that guy. They ran across the street, and that's really when I started to like, man, I should say something, you know, online. But, you know, I work in media and marketing, and I'm a musician, and I have a lot of things that I just want to like give the world, and I'm sad that this is kind of how my name got out there.
Why would he say the rumors was going around that the girls ran to the other side of the street from the private car shared driver? That was strange.
Why they didn't, I will say my one critique, I don't know why they didn't put out right away that a car picked up the girls and was waiting for them in front of the grub bus. It took them way too long to do that, and there was a lot of rumors going around saying that the girls ran away from that guy. They ran across the street, and that's really when I started to like, man, I should say something, you know, online. But
so did Kaylee and Maddie run away from the car, the private share driver, and run across the street? Was somebody waiting for them in the car? Did they send something? This is strange.
Identified as freshman Ethan Chapin, his girlfriend Zana Kernodle, Kaylee Gonzalez, and Madison Mogan. It's being called a crime of passion. The killer or killers used an edged weapon such as a knife, police just revealed. I spoke with Kaylee Gonzalez's sister, Olivia, who described the last night of the students' lives.
My sisters did everything right. They went out in the buddy system. They went out together. They Ubered out. They stopped and got food. They Ubered home. They let their dog out to go potty. And then they locked their house up. Ubered home. They let their dog out to go potty. And then they locked their house up.
So could we be getting somewhere? Let's put the pieces together. VITO said that rumors were going around in the beginning that the girls ran away from the private shared drive and ran to the other side of the street, allegedly. Then we have Olivia, Kaylee, his sister, saying clearly that they let their dog out to potty. So did something happen while Kaylee took Murphy out? Outside we heard a female yelling, "Stop it, stop."
How are you doing?
Sorry, go
ahead. No. Good, excellent, sorry. Okay, yeah.
Can I get 2 chicken tacos?
2 chicken tacos, you got it. What fee burrito? $7.50, if that's everything for you.
Slide?
Yeah, slide, tap, insert, facing you with the chip, any of it.
Ever since we know about it, I thought it was
Order 85. Thank you.
And let's not panic, And I remember texting Kaylee. See if she was okay. She obviously didn't ever respond. It was in the morning. Obviously didn't ever respond.
Friend clearly says that she was informed of this incident at 10 a.m. How come the students in the college knew before law enforcement?
An accident. Let's not panic, And I remember texting Kaylee. See if she was okay. She obviously didn't ever respond. It was in the morning. Obviously didn't ever respond.
You'll heard that clearly from Eva's mouth herself. She said, I thought, let's not panic. So I called Kaylee. She said, let's not panic. It could be an accident. I wonder what could have been an accident. And she said she tried calling Kaylee and there was no response. It was 10 a.m. in the morning. You couldn't hear it more clearly. So WSU Kim is right in some ways, although she exaggerates and she doesn't tell the truth most of the times, but she's right in that most of the people knew it. You can rewind it and hear what Eva said. She said, I thought, let's not panic. It could be an accident. And then she called Kaylee. It was 10 a.m. in the morning. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a lovely